worship of the people of the earth.
Good morning, Nigeria, and good morning, Lagos State and Ikeja. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the program Morning Dew. Yes, and my name is Amaka Oguleye, your host on this program. As you know, we thank God for everything. We thank God for making it possible for us to be in the studio, because if not for Him, there's no chance for us to be here. It is by His grace that we are here. I do tell people, I said, the same 12 hours we have in the morning is the same thing we have at night. It's a very long period that anything can go wrong. But by His grace and power, we're always here, bright and happy. We thank Him for our voice. We thank Him for our life. We thank Him for our guidance. We thank Him for protection. We thank Him because we know that in Him we have faith. In Him we have salvation. And in Him we are alive and we keep breathing. So we thank Him this morning. This morning we want to look at one topic that when we're small, if you're preaching, anytime they talk about it, that we discuss it in church, we always sober. From that day till in the night, everybody will be in a sober mood. It has always been like that. We reflect on our behavior and we reflect on why we are Christians, why we follow Christ. We reflect on everything, because indeed it is for us to do that. We are in the last days according to what the Bible explained, and the preaching of Jesus Christ when He was on the mountain. That was the last preaching, Mountain of Olive. That is there's a name for that sermon that Christ preached. He gave us signs. He gave us things that we'll see, that will make us know that we are approaching His second coming. As Christians, a lot of us don't even know that these things are the things that affect us mostly. Whatever country you are, wherever you stay, it affects us. It's there, but we lose the focus. We don't because we don't take note of it. We attempt to join others to blame governments. Most times when I see religion leaders join in saying that they can do it better, they can do this, they can do that, I look at them and say, do these people even take their time to read the Bible? Let's do the book of Matthew. Let's read the book of Matthew together, chapter 24, and so that we can consider some of the signs. Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and His disciples came to Him. And Jesus said unto them, see you not these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And He sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciple came unto Him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of the coming? We're talking about the second coming of Christ and of the end of the world. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine, and pestilence, and earthquake in places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to the afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endure unto the end, the same, that shall be saved. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness to all the nations, and then shall the end come. These are things that have started happening even before most of us were born. We've seen war, but in these days we see the increase of it everywhere. If we read the book of 2 Timothy, let's do 2 Timothy, and you will understand that we don't need anybody apart from the preaching of Christ, that we are the end time. 2 Timothy chapter 3 from verse 1. Yeah, 2 Timothy. I am not doing King James Version. So whatever version you are reading, it's just the English that differs. The meaning, the translation is just the English. Let's read together the book of 2 Timothy. I'm reading from verse 3. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power. Have nothing to do with such people. All these prophecies have been there in the Bible. Even why Christ told us these things will come. These things will come in the last days. And we staying in the last days now, because if you are a Christian and you don't recognize this sign, and you are not seeing this sign that we are the last days, I ask myself, how are you practicing the Christianity? What do we preach to our members? How do we encourage our members to avoid deceiving them, to let them know that these things happening to them have been written down, that is in the Bible, that it will come? Why are we not telling our flocks what to do, what Christ have told us in the Bible that will happen, and what we should be doing as Christians at this end time? Why do we allow our flocks to fall deeper in sin, thinking that they can fight and bring themselves out from what they are going through? Christ himself was afraid of what is to come. He was afraid, and he told the disciple, because Christ knows that this is not going to affect only some part of people, and the disciple, that his followers are not immune to the last days. Why is it that around us what we hear is your grandmother behind you is the one behind your misfortune? The people that walk around you are the people that are affecting you. Why are we not opening our Bible to talk about this affliction that Christ has said will come in the last days? Tomorrow we are going to have a Bible scholar in the house that will analyze it more for us because we are going to go deeper in it. We want to see the account of John, and we are going to analyze and see if truly, even in Daniel prophecy, if you read the book of Daniel very well, if you're a Bible scholar, you find that in Daniel prophecy, it is there, it is clearly there. And if God can open your spiritual eyes to see it, you will know that we, our generation, we are very close to the second coming of Christ. How prepared are we as Christians? We keep falling into sin day after day, striving to bring ourselves out from calamity in which we cannot bring ourselves.